Family, oh my goodness, what a beautiful day to be in the land of the living. This is your favorite Gullah girl on the new show here on WBOK called On the Move. We are just so excited to be on the air once again today. Happy MLK, a belated MLK Day for those of you guys who celebrated on yesterday, as we should be celebrating every day. You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much. If you are listening today, family, that means that somebody else is not listening. So what I need you to do is tap that person on the shoulder and tell them to tune in live at www.WBOK1230am.com. And if you like it, and if you don't want to look at the computer or whatever, that's still fine. You can definitely download the WBOK 1230 app on your Google Play or on your iPhone. Y'all already know how to do this. We're going to be talking about taxes today, family. So I know that you want to get your call in. So do me a favor and give us a call at 504-260-9265. That is 504-260-9265. Yo, family, yo, family, yo, family. Today is Talk to Me Tuesday, y'all. And we have a wonderful sister inside the booth with us today, Miss Leisha Eaglin, right? That's right. I need you to grab your mic from her. That's right. So Miss Leisha Eaglin, we would just want to say thank y'all for those of you guys who are joining in with us live today. We just want to say thank you so much for tuning in with us. It's really important. And for those of you guys who are listening at your desk, we have a lot of people who are listening at their desk, who are just driving. We just want to say thank you so much for joining in with us on today. All the shout outs to those who are listening on Facebook Live. We see you coming in. We thank you. We appreciate you as we don't take your time for granted. So today, we got a couple of house stuff that we need to take care of today. So today we have a super lie heap day. Today, Wednesday, January 17th, 2018. It's going to be Uptown today, family. It started at 9 o'clock, but it's first come, first serve. And so for those of you guys who don't know what Lie Heap is, that's the company that helps out with our utility bills. So if you need some assistance with your utility bills, make sure that you check out the Super Lie Heap days that we have going on right now. Super Lie Heap Wednesday, January 17th, which is today, John P. Lyon Center, 624 Louisiana Avenue. So my family, if you need some assistance, please make sure you head up that way, or you can give them a call at 504-875-2660. Once again, that is 504-875-2660. So family, I'm going to invite you guys. Come on over here. We got a bunch of people watching today, family. That's a blessing. That is a blessing. So today we have my sister here, and this is for everybody who is watching. I know Miss Jackie is in Arizona. Miss Yvonne is in New York. We got Brother Lenolan who is in Charleston. We have quite a few people that are everywhere. We're talking about taxes today, and as you know, there are a lot of changes that have happened with our new administration that we have going on. But I'm going to let Miss Leisha introduce herself to you today. And then once she introduces herself, we're going to take just a quick little break. And she's going to tell you about her business too. And then we're going to take a quick little break. And then we're going to come back and dive into all of the great stuff that we got going on today. So how you feeling today, Miss Leisha?
I am feeling great, excited about being here today. Have an opportunity to get some of this message out about the myths that people have about these taxes. Don't know which way to go, but guess what? I'm going to do my best to explain it to you.
All right. So let's tell us about what Eaglin Insurance and a Tax Company. That's right, Eaglin Insurance and Tax Services. Okay, just give us a little bit more about that. So the people, and like I said, can you do taxes anywhere?
Yes.
You can?
Yes.
So everybody, hey, I'm just saying, if you're looking for somebody who is real cool with your taxes, this young lady here can definitely help you out. So look at Jay, I went to school with that young man. So tell them about your services and what you offer.
Okay, first, Eaglin Insurance and Tax Services. God, I've been in business now for a little over 25 years, insurance business, and actually been in the insurance industry come June 40 years. I should be retiring, but I love what I do.
Now, how many of us is 40 out there? We ain't going to say nothing, though. We're not going to say nothing.
No,
but
we
give thanks for wisdom in the field. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Thanks. The older you get, that's the wisdom you get. So, for almost 40 years, I've been in the insurance industry, but I expanded my business 25 years ago. I decided that I was tired of working for somebody else, doing all the work, and they decided that they're going to pay me what they want to pay me, and I just felt it wasn't enough. And so my why is what's keeping me here. And why I did that is because I refuse to let someone dictate my life and have control over it. So, in the business, 25 years doing taxes. I actually did taxes a year after because I wanted to introduce people to my insurance business. And after I found out I can really make money doing taxes, so guess what? I'm here. But I'm not just here just to do your taxes so that you can, get your refunds. I'm here to educate more than anything, that you understand what it's all about.
All right.
Yeah.
So she ready. I don't know if y'all paid attention, but she's ready to give y'all some solid information. And like I said, because we have so many differences going on with the taxes in this great year, you can get a piece of paper, write it down. You can actually, if you're on Facebook Live, you can definitely jot down your questions there. For those of you guys who are just listening, if you have a question that's not answered, you can feel free to email us at the station so we could be able to get those questions answered, because it's very important that all of us know what we're doing to make sure that we're covering ourselves, as they're doing so many things that we don't necessarily know about and hear about at the last minute. So it's really, really important for us to just know what we're doing and how to do it. All right. So is that cool? We got Ms. V out there in Arizona. We appreciate you. And so we just want to thank you guys. Make sure that you're tuning in live right now on www.WBOK1230am.com. And I'm going to give you that number one more time just in case you want to call in. This is 504-260-9265. This information today is for everybody all across the United States. So I hope that you're listening. Taxes for the common man. You know what I'm saying? Are you ready? Because we got questions for the common man. We is the common man. So, yeah, stay tuned, family. We'll be right back. Give thanks. So you can tell the people a little bit more. One of the cool things about being... Jesus, that was loud. One of the cool things about being on Facebook Live is that you can definitely answer questions to those people who are watching. Mm-hmm. And so you can give them a little bit more about what you do and how they can find you. So you can give them that information.
Okay.
Go ahead. You can shoot. Go ahead. This is you.
Hey, this is
You good. Go ahead. This is Facebook Live, so you can talk as much as you want because we're on a break. We're on a break right now. So we're not on the air.
Yeah, this actually what my tax services, I'm mobile because I've been in business for such a long time, and my clients know how to reach out to me, and they don't have to stand in lines. I know my clients, they know me, and they know I'm about business. So if you call me, you can call me at 504-367-5706 or 504-812-6377. Give me some details about yourself, and you can either fax or email your information, and we can get it done for you. All I need you to do is just tap into me, and I don't have to come out. You don't have to stand in the line. So you can come out and just call me. You don't have to come by.
But you got to give them your information, though. You telling them that they can call you, but you ain't giving them no number.
I did.
You gave them a number?
Yeah.
What's the number?
504-367-5706.
I hear that. Did y'all hear that?
Yes.
Ms. V, did you hear that? Ms. V, you ain't hear that.
812-6377. That's my cell phone number.
Okay. And then, Yeah. Yeah, we can come back to get ready. Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, and so one of the cool things, like I said, so you have her telephone number, but do you have like a website or email that they can email if they have questions?
You can email me at Eaglin. It's EAGLININS at MSN.com. Or you can even fax in your information at 888.
Now, who still got a fax?
825-6474. But guess what about that fax? It comes to my email address. See, when you're mobile, you learn how to do all that stuff. You find the mobile stuff to get it.
She's teaching me early.
Yeah.
Okay.
All you gotta do is make a decision to do something.
So what we're going to do now, we're about to come back in on the air, but we're going to talk about some of the changes that are happening. Can you hear me?
Say that again.
Some of the changes that are happening within the tax thing, and I think that's really cool for us to start with. So we're going to start off with telling them who you are again, because we got people that are chiming in from everywhere. And then after that, we're going to tell them about the changes that are happening and the importance in filing the taxes, because there are a lot of myths about filing taxes and how we shouldn't file taxes and how taxes are just taking out, the government is just taking all of our money, and that's not necessarily the case. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is a great time. Don't you go nowhere, because we're about to start in a few seconds.
Okay.
Democracy Now! And I hope everybody had a great MLK Day, whether it was supporting an effort in the community or whether it was just resting, just to balance yourself out. So I really do hope you guys had a great day. Thank you, Tammy, for sharing. Thank you, Rachel, for sharing. Thank you, Barbara, for sharing. Everybody who's sharing, thank you so much. We really do appreciate you. And everybody who's tuning in on Facebook Live, we appreciate you too. This is information for the people, information for the community. And whatever we can do to give you information, let us know. And if there's a topic that you want us to, to bring on, just let us know. We can definitely help you guys in that area as well, okay? All right. Thank you, Ty, Dwayne, Latoya. So we gonna come with a little bit of get ready. Come on. James, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. Y'all make sure y'all show us some love too. This is our first time on the air. So okay. Oh, family, welcome back to the favorite show on WBOK with your favorite Gullah girl, Kyndra Joi, with the new show On the Move, family. Yes, indeed. We are truly getting ready for this great... Oh, come... Hey, come on. Hey, but you got to dance. You can't sit there, though. Thank you. There you go. You got to get, thank you. You just can't just sit there, because we're getting ready to tell the people about the information. So you got to get ready.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. Get crunk with it. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Get ready. Get ready. Hey,
that's what I'm saying. You can't just sit there and be cute, even though it's all right to be cute. You know what I'm saying? Because you do a very good job at that. But, family, this is such a joy to be in the land of the living on today. Today is a beautiful day, even though it's a little chilly outside. I know you got something to smile about today, to make you feel warm on the inside. So we just want to say thank you so much for tuning in with us today. If you are listening, that means that your friend, your neighbor, your sister, your cousin, your brother, your uncle not listening. Tap them on the shoulder like this right here and tell them to tune in live to www.WBOK 1230am.com, or just you can download the WBOK app on your Google Play or your iPhone. You guys I don't know nothing about iPhone. I am truly an Android girl. So make sure your iPhone people out there, you already know how you do. And if you have questions, I know we have people listening in their radio, at their office desk, on their jobs. And we also have people who are on Facebook Live. If you have questions for us today, you can dial the number or just shoot us a line or give us an email, 504-260-9265. That number is 504-260-9265. Thank you to all our our new listeners out there. Thank you for tuning in with us as we are about to get started. Today is Talk to Me Tuesday. Usually we would have Ms. Leisha on Marketplace Mondays, but we had a holiday on yesterday, so we just switched her over to Talk to Me Tuesdays, because we want you guys to talk back to us as we talk about this topic. So for those of you guys who are just tuning in, we have Ms. Leisha Eaglin from Eaglin Insurance and Tax Services, and she's going to talk to us today about some of the things that you really need to know about as we begin to get our W-2s, and as we need to file our taxes, because there are a lot of changes that are happening that we may not necessarily hear about in our everyday activity. So we brought Ms. Eaglin on today, Sister Leisha on today, to be able to clear up some of the myths that we have going on, and talk about the importance of taxes. And then when we get them taxes, and when we get them tax refunds and stuff like that, how we should just go and spend it all on something frivolous. How we need to begin to save our money, because the way the economy is going, the value of the American dollar is diminishing in other countries. We don't know how long it's going to be valuable here. You know what I'm saying? So we want to make sure that we're educated, that we're saving, so we can be a community sustaining ourselves and not dependent on other people and other things. So we just want to make sure that we are knowledgeable in what we have going on. So I'm going to let Miss Leisha come through and begin to introduce herself again, because we got people that are chiming in and out. So we want to make sure that individuals know who you are and how we're talking today on Talk to Me Tuesday. So I'm going to turn it over. Y'all give it up for Miss Leisha that's over here.
Hey, hey, hey. I
She
am
said,
so
hey, hey.
excited. Yeah, you have to say, hey, hey, hey.
Yeah.
Well, listen, y'all. I am Leisha Eaglin with Eaglin Insurance and Tax
Yes, she
Services. I
is.
said earlier that I've been actually in the insurance industry for and come June 40 years, and in my own business for 25 years.
Give thanks.
And let me tell you, I talk better when people are talking back to me when I'm having a conversation.
Okay.
Because I can give you some things, but there are some things you may want to learn. You have some questions on. I'll do my best to answer those questions. So let's get started. The taxes, of course, there are.
There you go. Now the people can hear you.
Now they can hear me.
Now the people can hear. Why y'all ain't telling y'all couldn't hear? You know what I'm saying? Now they can hear you.
All right. So listen, there's a lot of changes that's been made through our president, and we don't know how long they're going to stay there. But this is a great opportunity to take advantage of those changes. It's not for everybody, but you got to know your position, know who you are to take advantage of those positions. And some of those things that he had made available is that we're supposed to see in our paychecks, I think next month, sometime an increase in our bring home pay, which means that that's less taxes that we are going to have to pay. So when you see those taxes, your taxes going down and there's extra money, he's actually trying to tell you is that keep on putting your money in the economy. They want you to continuously spend your money in the economy, but don't fall for that.
She said don't fall for
Don't
it, family.
fall for that. What we need to do is take the opportunity to now benefit from those things that he's put in place for us, because we've been allowing other people to benefit off of us all these years. So it's time that we take advantage of those benefits, like starting up your retirement or starting up your savings, because a lot of times we always say, I don't make that kind of money. I don't make enough money to save. But let me tell you, yes, you do. You just can't spend every penny. I don't care if you make $10, save $1.
All right. So, family, how many of us really out there, I know you're listening, if we could just be really realistic with ourselves, how many of us can really, skip out on eating out one day a week or something like that to put it inside of a savings or a retirement? And for those of us who have children, that can be very detrimental, too, because one of the things, and I was reading something on Facebook, one of my sisters, she put on her page today when we were celebrating MLK, she was just like a quote from Jay-Z: we need to be able to start having wealth for our children, leaving that legacy behind. And how can we leave a legacy behind if we don't have anything to give on? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us, we still living in Big Mama house. You know what I'm saying? We living in Momo or Popo house, or we renting it out. And those things they wanted us to have so they can pass on. And then also, we also want to remember, as we're talking about wealth and legacy, that we also should be looking at how do we teach our kids to be able to save a little bit. In church they tell you to do a little tithe or whatever. Put your 10% in. And then sometimes they give you a piggy bank and tell you to put like $1 in, and take $1 out and do $2 for some candy or some chips on the corner. So today is the day that we definitely need to learn how to do and how to save as people begin to benefit off of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And there are people, there's a lot of us out here that get the earned income tax credit. When you get those $5,000, $8,000 in your check, at that point you can start a savings for your kids by starting off as minimum as $300. Do it once a year. Every time you get that earned income tax credit, for each one of your kids, put that away. You don't have to fund it every month.
Yeah.
But if you do that, it allows it to be in a system where it can grow. You invested in the stock market and stuff like that, and your money will be able to grow. Because what we have to stop doing is sending our kids out here at 18 years old with no money.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
With no money.
So let's talk about some of the tax stuff that we got going on currently. Like, what are some of the new tax things that we need to look at or look for?
Basically, what he actually did was that he did it actually for the poor people. by doing that. Then also, if you have kids that's under 16 years old, they increase the child tax credit by giving you another $1,000. So there's another $1,000 that he put in there that will be deducted from your tax liability. So, but that's not for you to actually go out there and say, oh, the myth that they have is that I only have 2 or 3 kids, so I'm gonna just give the other 2 to somebody else. That's not how that works. You really shouldn't have to. You shouldn't do it just because they're only going to give you credit for 3. You should carry all of your kids, because there's a responsibility that you have, especially with the medical insurance that they have, that you have to show responsibilities for those kids, that you actually doing medical insurance with those kids. And sometimes those people who are carrying your kids have to prove that they're actually taking care of those kids.
And so that is a common thing that happens, this is a judge-free zone. So this is completely a judge-free zone. Just be mindful when you're doing it out there. Just be mindful when you're out there. That's all I'm gonna say about that. If you're doing that, so just be mindful. So one of the things that she mentioned that is added underneath this Trump administration was an extra $1,000 for kids 16 and under.
16, an additional child tax credit.
So an additional child tax credit. What else was added in this particular season for under this administration in regards to our taxes?
Well, actually, that was the biggest thing that was actually that's going to affect us. It really don't affect, and really affects the other part of it is for the wealthy people.
So so let's talk about that, because even though we're going to be wealthy one day, we're going to go ahead and put that out there in the universe. All of us who are tuning in, whether you be live Facebook or on the air or computer or just listening at your desk, we're all going to have wealth to be able to pass on to our family, to our kids, to whomever we choose to do that to. So we're going to put that out there. So what are some of the tax things that are new for the wealthy?
Well, they gave them a tax break. They lowered their tax responsibility. They lowered it so in hopes, not demanded, in hopes that they will use that additional money to actually hire more people, to actually expand their business. But he didn't put a mandate on that, so they don't actually have to do that.
So he just kind of gave them a break.
He gave them a break.
Another break for the wealthy.
Another break for the wealthy, and we just don't know the motive, because it may be another break for him.
Yeah,
you know. So
because he is a businessman.
He is a businessman, so he knows what he's doing. But the thing about what we're trying to say today in our community is that the part that he gave to us is we need to take advantage of it more than anything, to start put things into places for us, that we learn how to, because it's a behavior. Savings is a behavior. And it's a habit. You have to learn how. Now, we don't have to actually make the money that the wealthy make to feel that we're wealthy, but we can act like them, because they put their money in investments, but they put large amount of money in investments. But we don't have to put that amount. Just like I said, we can start off even with $300. We can act like that.
Okay.
And I promise you, it will change your attitude when something happens. You have money there that you can go and get it. Okay. Instead of having to be stressed, because that's what we're dying today, for stress, because we don't have answers. We don't have the money that we need, and we say we don't have it, but now is an opportunity to actually put things in place. We have to plan, and one thing we don't do is that we do not plan for the future, but we're planning for a wedding. It takes a whole year.
We plan for Mardi Gras here. We
plan for that stuff. We make sure everything is there, but when it comes down to for our future, for our retirement,
second lines,
we don't plan for that.
We plan for that.
We plan for the moment, in the moment,
and
in the moment.
And I think we do that because we feel like we work so hard for it. We should be able to enjoy ourselves, and that's definitely a balance in that. And so when we do our taxes, it's one thing that we need to know is all right to spend, to catch up on your bills, to buy your new car, because a lot of people take that time to do that. But on the other side, what she's saying too is that we just need to begin to put it in some type of investments. Yes. So like we said today, one of the things that is helping us this particular time in our taxes, doing for the 2018 or 2017-2018 tax period, is that we get the $1,000 additional tax credit for children. Is there anything else that will benefit us, or anything else that we need to be aware of as we're doing taxes? Yes,
one thing you need to be aware of also is that make sure that you go into your office and change your W-4 form, that they won't take out as much taxes on there. So they'll so you can see the difference on there. Of course, you're going to see the difference, but some of us are just overpaying in taxes all during the year.
So what should we change it to? Like, so if it's a single person out there, if I'm a single person and I am filing taxes, what should I put, like withholding for 1 or 0?
Whatever it is that you're doing at the end of the year is if it's just you carry single yourself, or you can file single and 0.
Okay.
To make sure that you have enough. But you cannot file more during the year than you're going to claim at the end of the year, because then you're paying less taxes, which means that you're going to be paying out. So you got to make sure that you understand that you have to go according. Matter of fact, you can calculate. You can get a calculator. You can go to irs.gov and calculate on there how much you should be paying in taxes. Now, let me tell you what happens with that. When you overpay in taxes,
that's a lot. I'm sitting here like I just want to pay somebody to do all of that
and
stuff.
See, we're afraid that we're not going to pay them enough, so we wind up compensating that by overpaying.
Or it's ignorance. Like we just, the process is intimidating.
Yes.
For those of us who don't understand, like IRS, like I'm like, I don't want to be bothered with all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like if I can be transparent, so I'll just find somebody like you and just hope that they are honest enough to tell me all of the tax cuts that I can. Like a lot of people out there now doing Uber. You know what I'm saying? So we need to know, or we drive our cars for work and stuff like that, so we can count those miles. We can count that gas. If we go to get something to eat, we can count those receipts. But a lot of us just don't have that information or just know about. I'm learning about it as we go along, and so I think that's really important for you to be here and to share that, so we can be able to know how to better, benefit from what the government or the administration is doing to. I don't want to say doing to us, but like. So we can understand what's happening around us.
You know what I always say?
What you say?
People can only take advantage of us because they know something that we don't know.
That's true. We should read, huh?
We should read and we should listen. That's the only way they can take advantage of us. So when we come in this attitude, we can't wait for these big old checks.
Yeah.
But they're taking advantage of us waiting for these big old checks by overcompensating them with the taxes. So let me tell you what happens. Each time they take money from out of your check, it goes to them. At the end of the year, they reconcile to see if you overpaid or if you underpaid.
Okay.
Now, if you owe them something, if you don't pay it on time, they charge you interest.
Wow, okay.
But when they owe us our money back, we don't get interest on that. They just give it back to us. So why would you give them your money all during the year to receive no interest on it, just to get it back? Where you can use it for that year, the whole year. You can use it to pay off some debt. You can use it to start a savings. You can use it to start a retirement. So when you change your W-4 and you see that additional money, that is the time that you start putting a plan together to use for your retirement, because most of us don't have retirements, but we need it. We worried about Social Security, but guess what?
How many of us got retirement out there? Do we have a retirement fund? So, family, what we're talking about, for those of you guys who are just tuning in, we are talking about taxes, the new things that are taking place with taxes, how we should invest our money when we do get the taxes, when we get our tax refunds back, and how we should just better prepare to be able to not only sustain ourselves, but our families and our communities. And the way that we do that is being able to leave legacy. Yes. Black wealth. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And in order for us to do that, we have to know how to save. So we have Ms. Leisha Eaglin here from Eaglin Insurance and Tax Services here. And we just want to say thank you guys for joining in for this topic. And if, like I said, if you have questions, just kind of give us a call at 504-260-9265. Or you can definitely drop us a line on Facebook Live if you're listening, or via email. But this is what we're doing today on Talk to Me Tuesday, family. So answering your tax questions, making sure that we are giving you the best information so we can make the best educated choices. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The better So we were just talking about W-4s and how you should make sure that you're claiming the right amount during the year.
The amount of exemptions during the year, that they don't take out more taxes than you need to pay.
Okay.
Because when they're doing that, you're overpaying, which means that they're actually putting your money that you're overpaying in the market to get interest on it. We need to learn how to get interest on it. You know what we're doing? We're actually lending people our money for free. No interest. Not, you don't do business like that. Whenever you lend money out, you should be getting interest
back. But we
don't do that.
But they get the interest and we don't.
We don't.
Okay.
We don't. And that's what's happening. And that's why they penalize you when you underpay them, because they miss making that money off of you. And so they penalize you. So they're going to get you.
Wow. Okay.
They're going to get you.
That's bad business.
Yes, it is.
That is bad business. Okay, so we understand. So the tax credit that we get, we got $1,000 extra. We need to make sure that we're maintaining our W-4s throughout the year so we don't overpay or underpay, so we don't get charged or penalized for that. What would be another thing that we should look at or look for during this tax time?
Okay. One other thing that we need to look at is that make sure that you're getting with somebody that's doing your taxes that really have you at heart, that understand those numbers when they're putting those numbers in there so they can actually help you. You know, we can do our taxes and just plug in numbers, but not understanding how they actually calculate can be a hurting thing for you too. Because when somebody is doing your taxes and you don't understand, guess what? When you sign your name to it, you are actually responsible. You can't tell Internal Revenue when they come back and say, where this come from or where that come from. You can't just say, well, they did that. No, you have to know that. So you should allow somebody to actually educate you as you're doing your taxes so you'll know. And each time there's tax breaks that come in the system that the government gives to us, you need to understand how it will affect you. If you understand your numbers and you understand how it's calculated, you will be able to understand, is that a good tax break for me? Because sometimes they put these things in, we don't understand it, and we just let it go, just like that.
So let's talk. Where can we find the tax break information? Like, she's talking about tax breaks, and I'm over here like, where can we find it? I don't want to look. So where can we begin to find that tax break information? Is there like a taxes for dummies? Like you know how they have everything, like those little books that they put out. How can we get that information so we can better understand?
You can actually go on IRS.gov. And it will tell you the different changes, you know, how it affect your tax return and stuff like that. They break down for each thing that has been effective, is starting this year. It will tell you the difference of what's going on, what you're allowed to have. And you will find that that information is great because when they change it again, then you will know how it's going to affect you once again. So you can start making better decisions on your taxes. I heard...
Go ahead.
I heard him say, you know, ignorance is not an excuse. What did he say?
I don't remember. What Chuck say all the time? Ignorance is a crime, huh?
Oh, ignorance is not a crime.
I don't know what
it's not a crime. But anyway, it's not. But
Jazz.
You
got
to.
Is like, I don't know.
Yeah, you have to go and get the information for yourself. Everybody's not going to give you what you need. You got to go searching. You know, the Bible always says, "Seek, and you shall find." When you start seeking, you start to see all the stuff. But if you're never seeking, you're just waiting, then you have to wait for somebody to tell you. But if you go find for yourself, you can actually get everything that you need. Just go to IRS.gov, and it will spell out everything on there for you. Even with the changing of your W-4, it will tell you how to calculate it and put your information in there to tell you what you should be withholding. Because some of those people in your office that has to do that, they really don't know their own self. And no, we relying up on them to do the right thing for us. We got to make sure for ourselves.
Now, family, I just pulled up IRS.gov for myself because I am not the tax expert. I just do not. I just would rather can you please help me? Is usually, can you help us out? And so it really does kind of break down those things. And we are definitely, these things can be intimidating to us.
Yes.
And there is a big myth that has been going on for years that if you want to withhold something from our community, put it in a book.
That's
you
right.
know, or put it on a piece of paper. And we can dispel those myths just by reading, just by going on. And we can do this stuff on our phone. Like, we don't even have to go in front of a computer. Like, our phones are mini computers.
That's right. Like
mini tablets, you know, say what? Like all of that stuff. It's just mini. So it's many. We have many computers that we carry with us all day long. And so if we can just take the time and find somebody, or did you say it was an IRS tax for dummy book or something like that? Is there a tax for dummy?
I said, that's easy. You said we can carry those mini computers. That's the best information you can get right there. IRS.gov. You don't need that book.
Ain't nobody trying to read all that. Look at me. Ain't nobody trying to read all that.
That's what I'm talking about.
I ain't trying to read all that, Michelle, Christina Jones. Ain't nobody trying to read all that. But we do need to be mindful of what we do and how we do it. So I see you have a list here. Are there anything else? Is there anything that you want to share off of your list?
Yes. One other thing I want to talk to the business owners that's starting their own business or in their own business.
I'm glad you said that because Nolan asked about that. He was asking what are the tax credits for new business owners. If there are any.
No.
Oh, Nolan,
Because
I'm sorry.
we starting out.
Okay.
Most of the time when we start out there, we actually can take expenses from our business, like they call them pass-through expenses, that you subtract them from your personal taxes to show that you had a loss. But we find that there have people been in business for 5 and 6 years and still have losses.
Wow.
At 5 or 6 years, you keep on having losses. It's time to change. Can't keep
Jazz.
doing losses. And let me tell you what happened with losses. What happened is that when you have a loss on your business, there's no money being reported to Social Security. So there's no money going into Social Security for you later.
Wow.
So either
okay.
you're going to miss out on Social Security later on,
Yeah.
or you better have a retirement. But how could you have a retirement fund if you don't have any income? Something to think about. So what we're doing is doing ourselves a disservice by trying to get over and always have these losses, because there's no money going into Social Security. So we're going to be old folks
without any money. And so that's why you see a lot of businesses begin to fold within the first couple of years,
Yes.
especially in the city of New Orleans.
Yes.
You have a lot of businesses that start up, and then within the next couple of years, they're gone. One of the businesses that I really, really love, and I'm so sad to see leave, was Dreamy Weenies right there off of Rampart. And it was just very heartbreaking to me because they had a really great product, and you would think all the people that they had coming through there, but it just wasn't enough overhead to cover. And so are there places that we can go for those businesses? Because we do have a lot of business owners who are listening and watching. What can we do as business owners to be able to protect ourselves in this tax season?
Well, what you have to do is that, just like I said, don't do your taxes based on not having the money to pay your taxes. You should. It should be calculated when you start your business up, everything that you need to calculate in your business.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things we don't calculate is our taxes. We don't calculate saving money for retirement. We don't calculate any of that stuff there. So it's almost like we just getting money and spending money.
Okay.
Without the calculation. You know, they say in the Bible, say who begins to build a house without having the cost of it all.
Wow.
You know,
wow.
And it's the same way we do with our business. We have an idea. We want to go and put it together. And then we say we're going to get money. As long as I don't have to work for anybody else, I have my business. But there's a lot of stuff that goes along with that needs to be calculated. And the way you calculate is that you have to think about the end in mind. What at the end of this business, where I want to be at, what kind of retirement. You want to be in a place that you can actually leave that business and your money still makes money, your business make money for you.
Yeah.
You don't want to leave it and just say, you know what, I'm through, close the doors. It needs to be left so that you can continuously make money. But if you don't calculate things correctly, then you won't have it. And especially when you leave your business and you don't have any Social Security because you never paid into taxes. And one thing I learned in 2005 when Katrina came is that I was able to get unemployment.
Really?
Yeah. And it's based on your taxes. How much money you pay into your taxes. So I was not aware of that because, you know, sometimes when we self-employed, we think, well, my business is closed, so I don't get anything. But yes, all that is based on the food stamps that they gave out and stuff like that.
Okay.
All that is included when you pay your tax. So they look at all of that stuff. So you got to make sure that you get it right so that you can sustain yourself, and then at the end that you still have your business and you can have your retirement.
All right, family. So we got to call Brother Mark that is on line 1, family. And I'm going to repeat this question because I know my people on Facebook Live can't hear. But hey, Brother Mark, thank you so much for calling in. I'm well, brother. Well, thank you so much.
$125 a month. Well, I took that money and I put it in my T-craft. And since, for some reason, since Donald Trump been in office, my portfolio had doubled, y'all. And it's like, believe it or not, I gained $21,000 in 1 year.
Really?
21,000. You put it in where?
In my T-craft, in my portfolio. It's a T-craft. It's a 403B that I have here on my job.
Okay.
Now before he came in, I was just only making something like about between $5,000 and $7,000 a year. But for some reason, it doubled or tripled.
Wow. Well, it did that probably because if you notice, the market has changed too. That we getting increases and stuff like that. And this is one thing I'm saying is that when you start putting money in there, it's gonna do something. Even though the market goes down and it go up, but the best thing about it is that you got to keep it in because the world is running on the economy and the market going up and down, and it's gonna do it with or without us because it's been doing it. So we got to tap into it.
And I'm not advising nobody to take the money from the health care and transfer it in that.
I wouldn't either.
I was just thinking, and I just came up with my own idea with that. And I'm gonna have to get some insurance because I do believe that we all are vulnerable, and I do believe that I should have it. But I took a chance, and I can't believe what had happened now before. Now, like I said, it was only between 5 and 6, maybe 7 that I was making a year. And I was only at that time putting $175 in there a month. And I don't get paid no hell of a lot of money.
I feel you.
I really don't. And I don't even have a 12th grade education.
Wow.
It just I don't party. I don't go out. I don't go to bar rooms. I watch what I do. And also, I have a granddaughter and a grandson that one is 14 years old and the boy is 5. And I send them like about $43 a month. And I tell that girl to put half her money into the bank, and it's been like 4-7 years right now, and she has $525, and she only 14 years old.
That's amazing. Yeah. You know what you did was you actually took advantage of an opportunity where the market is good right now. So it was good for you. And a lot of times I think we don't do that because we don't understand the market. I think we need to learn how to understand how that market works. In order to take advantage of it, not be afraid of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And for my family hold on, brother, for one quick second, Brother Mark. For my family who's listening on Facebook, this brother was just saying that his money has just doubled once he put it inside of his portfolio, and was just letting us know that he didn't know how it happened, and he was just letting us know that his education level may not have been the highest, but he really did take advantage of the market at this particular time, and it was actually under the Trump administration. And so we are definitely working for you guys to hear the callers as they come through on the Facebook Live. But for those of you who may have had a similar experience, that's amazing. And then definitely share that information because there are a lot of people, Mr. Mark, who are doing the same thing you're doing, or may be in the same situation, may not have a 12th grade education, and you are making like a difference in your life, not only in your life, but in your grandkids and everybody's life. And so that's really important that you share that. Thank you so much for calling in, though.
And let me close with this. I had called I'm still in there?
Yeah, you're good, yeah.
While you was talking, I had called my daughter. My daughter lives in Alabama, and I called her to let her know that you guys were talking about, the tax and investment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you very much.
No, thank you, and keep sharing the message. We're here every day from 12 to 1, just giving love and light to the community, brother. So anytime you want to call in, please feel free to do so, and keep up doing what you're doing, and share that word.
Sure will. Have a great day.
You too, King. All right. Yo, family, this has been this time goes by so quickly, y'all. But we just want to say thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're going to take a quick little break real quick, but continue, write down your questions. We've been putting them on Facebook. If you haven't, just email us or definitely call in like Brother Mark just did. 504-260-9265. But until then, we're going to take this quick little break and we're going to come right back. So don't y'all go nowhere. We're coming right back. WBOK on the move, family. Stay right there. You on Facebook Live?
Okay, listen. In order for you to really take advantage of what's going on, you got to get in the market. If you don't get in it, you will never get an opportunity to do that. And why we need to get in the market more than anything is because our money
concise, current, and correct. That's our mission every weekday morning at WBOK as we bring you the latest news and sports at the top of each hour. Join me, Warren Bell, along with Sports Director Ro Brown for the best 5-minute newscast in New Orleans every weekday morning at WBOK and brought to you by Entergy, the power of people.
Every year. because our money is not growing. But putting it in the market and understand how the market works makes it comfortable for you. And you can trust it, because just like I said, it's been working for many, many, many years. And we've been losing out because we're afraid. But you have to understand it. So if you want to understand it, you just have to talk to someone that knows how the market works, that'll give you the comfort that you need to be able to go try it. He tried it. He didn't know what was going to happen, but he tried. He wasn't afraid. And that's what we have to stop doing, is being afraid of something that we don't understand. We just got to learn how to understand it. Because in the Bible saying, all you're getting, get an understanding. We got to get an understanding so we can try some of that stuff and take advantage of it.
Definitely. And like what the brother just said, he had called his daughter in Alabama to let her know that we were talking about investments. And that's when you hear these types of conversations, feel free. Like, we're here, even though we may not talk about it all the time. We are definitely here to answer those questions. If you missed something, or if you felt like something, you thought about a question, we can definitely connect you back with Miss Leisha so she can give you that information. You want to give them your number one more time?
Yes, you can call me at the office at 504-367-5706, or on my cell at 504-812-6377.
Yeah, definitely. And please make sure, and I know that, Nolan, I hope that we answered your question on Facebook Live, because I know that you were asking about the benefits for business owners, and Miss Leisha said that there were none. And so it's just I don't know where we can go from there. And say, how does the earned income tax credit work if you have maximized your dependent care count?
Well, the only way that you can take your dependent care count is that you have to have a tax liability. Sometimes you won't have one, and people are still looking for that credit.
Yeah.
But once you maximize it at zero, and you have to actually look at your tax to see when they look. I can't remember what line it is, but there's zero on that line. And once you do that, it doesn't matter what you put on there; it's still zero, because you got all the credits that you needed. And so,
so for those of us who don't know what an income tax credit, so the question was that Lenolan put out was, how do you? Oh, I lost the question. What was the question? Yeah, how does the earned income tax credit work if you have maximized your dependent care account? What is the maximum account?
You still would get the earned income tax credit based on your kid. There's a difference between a deduction and a credit.
Yeah.
And actually, the child tax credit is something that they give you based on how much money you made.
Okay.
And it has something to do with the earned income tax credit.
Okay.
But if your tax liability is zero, then they don't have to give you that additional, because you already maxed it out. It's just a credit that they give you to max out to lower your tax responsibility.
We're about to come back on, family, and we're gonna talk about that briefly on the air as well. We're talking about tax credit. We're talking about the importance of filing your taxes, and what we can do to. I got you. Sorry about that, family. Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back, family. Welcome back. This is your favorite Gullah girl right here on the air on WBOK with the new show On the Move. We just want to say thank you so much for those of you guys who have been listening today with us on the air, driving in your car, whether it's on your lunch hour. For those of you guys who are joining Facebook Live, we just want to give thanks to you for sharing and taking out the time to be with us today. So that means if you're listening, that means that somebody next to you is not. So make sure you tell them to tune in live with us right now at www.WBOK1230am.com. And for those of us who just like to kind of be on our phones or whatever, you can download that Google Play app, that WBO 1230 app on your Google Play or your iPhones. Your iPhone folks, y'all already know how to do it. I'm an Android girl. I prefer the Android. I got a Samsung. Power to the Samsung. You know what I'm saying? But we just want to say thank you guys. And if you have a question, please feel free to give us a call at 504-260-9265. That is 504-260-9265. Family, today has been an amazing day, an amazing conversation that we have been having about taxes, the importance of filing our taxes. We have been answering questions on Facebook Live. If you have a question that you had not a chance to call in for, you can definitely do that or email us. That'll be great as well. So we just want to say thank you so much. Today is Talk to Me Tuesday, and we have Sister Alicia Eaglin of Eaglin Insurance and Tax Services here with us today. And she has been really breaking down to us what the importance is for us to begin to invest, save, be able to save our money so we can pass it on, black wealth, so we can sustain ourselves, our families, and our communities, and not be dependent necessarily upon the government, you know. Yes. Because at one point we were stable enough to handle our own. Yes. And although our community is definitely fairly new to the wealth and economic table, I want to say like 40 years in that we're coming to the corporate table, there is still an opportunity for us to be able to progress and move forward and propel forward, you know what I'm saying, in a positive way. So we're going to kind of like recap just a little bit of some things that she had mentioned earlier today for those of you guys who are just tuning in with us today. Today is, like I said, it's Talk to Me Tuesdays, and we're focusing on taxes and what we can do with our taxes and the importance of filing. So earlier, Ms. Alicia had mentioned that for our community, we did get a tax increase, right? $1,000 credit.
For the child tax credit.
So child tax credit, we got $1,000 extra, yes. Right? $1,000 extra on that. So for those of you guys who have kids, give me $5. I'm telling you right now, I'm coming for you. All y'all got two. I don't care if you got one, B, but I'm coming for you. Send my $5 to P.O. Box. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. So that's a blessing. So we were talking about that, and also we talked about filing on your W-2s or
W-4.
Your W-4s.
Changing your W-4.
You're changing your W. What's the difference between a W-2 and a W-4?
The W-2 is what they give you to report how much you paid.
That's right. When you first get a job, right? You fill out your W-4 when you get.
Fill out your W-4
when you first, and then you get your W-2s when it's at the end. Yes. I knew that. Yes. I know that already. Y'all ain't gonna try to play me right now. I knew that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and so making sure that we understand that we are claiming the right amount throughout the year, so yes. We are not overpaying.
Overpaying, correct.
Because if we overpay, what does that mean?
When we overpaying, what we're doing is allowing them to use our money interest free and to give it back to us at the end of the year with no interest. We have to learn how to be a lender with interest.
Yeah.
Not a lender for free.
Okay.
See, like we said earlier, that people can only take advantage of us if they know something that we don't know.
Yeah,
and what they know is that when you overpay, then nobody's going to tell you that you're overpaying.
Yeah.
But when you overpay, you allow them to use your money, put it in that same market that I would call it, just talked about, put them on, make money off of it, and then give it back to us interest free.
Yeah, and so that's important for us to know. We need to know. We need to know how to maintain all of that information. And then also one of the things that Ms. Alicia did talk about was feel free to go on the website, the irs.gov website, because that's important as well. And they do, and I just pulled it up while we were on the air, and they do have some very, I guess, simple ways of breakdowns of how to do taxes, because for a lot of us, this information can be very intimidating.
Yes.
And we miss out on a whole lot because technically we just don't want to read.
And if it's more than 2 lines, we stop.
Well, and that's true, too. And I think sometimes we get intimidated by the big words and things like that definitely come through when we're talking about taxes and when we're talking about how to better ourselves. And, you know, Miss Alicia and I had a conversation. It's just like, how can our grandparents, you know, back in the day, were able to save like $10,000. Like, we were working full-time jobs. We got the 401ks, but we got to go to grandma. We got to go to mama and pawpaw to get that $5,000, and they go right in their mattress and pull it out. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew the value of saving. They knew the value of being able to pass something on because they knew how the economic system worked. They may not have necessarily had the complete political knowledge of everything, but they knew how to save and how to pass down. And I think that we are missing that. That's the piece that we're missing.
What's missing is that what was good for them at that time was good.
Okay.
But it has changed since then.
It has changed.
We have not changed. See, the way they do business has changed.
Yeah.
But we have not changed. We noticed some change, but we never questioned what happened or how to change with it. So we constantly doing the same thing they did, but it just don't work at this time right now.
Yeah.
And we need to change with the time in it. And it's just like, you know, a long time ago, we used to get interest on banks.
Yeah.
They used to give us interest on it.
Yeah.
Well, we noticed that they don't do that anymore, but nobody asked the question, well, what happened?
I don't think we noticed, though. Who
No,
noticed?
some people noticed it,
Some
but they
people
just didn't do anything about it. And some people just didn't notice it because they quietly went away. And now we wondering why we're getting what we're getting now is we're getting less than 1% interest on
Wow.
us, which is nothing.
Yeah.
And so inflation has overtook our money. And so now when inflation
That's
becomes
crazy.
higher than our pay,
Mhm.
we get poorer and poorer. And that's why we complain year after year.
Family, we got to make sure that we're understanding, that we're talking, that we're having these communications, that we're having this type of conversation all the time, talking about this, because we're becoming poorer and poorer as a community. That means that our households are becoming poorer and poorer, our communities, and that's not a good thing.
It's not.
That is not a good thing, and that's why a lot of people are able to come into our neighborhoods
Yes. And do what they do.
and do what they do.
Yes.
And so we need to and don't be. I don't want to. Well, no, don't be embarrassed. If we don't know, we don't know.
You don't know what you don't know.
We don't
Until
know
you
what-
know you don't know.
Yeah, well, amen, amen. And so there are a lot of things that we don't know in regards to taxes and in regards to tax credits, tax deductions. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that we're claiming everything properly throughout the year. And for those of us who do have businesses and nonprofits, because we do have a lot of nonprofits, people who are working, trying to better the community, make sure you file your 990.
Yes.
Because they may not necessarily tell you. I know I found myself in that situation not too long ago. So they don't send you anything. They did not send us anything. And so I ended up calling Miss Alicia. Miss Alicia, please, can you help us out? But make sure that you're taking care of that business. Make sure that you're keeping your receipts. If you are an independent business owner, it's really important that you keep your receipts, that you have your financial audit, that you're keeping track of everything, even if it's coming out of your own account. Make sure that you're keeping those records, because at the end of the year, when you need to sit down and speak to somebody like Miss Alicia, they're able to help you through that process a whole lot easier, instead of you trying to retract the whole 12 months.
Yes.
Which I had to do, retract the whole 12 months. So if we could just help you in any which way, shape, or form, to get you through this process, please just let us know. Ms. Leisha will definitely be back. We will be talking about other things. We're going to be talking about investments, and she can definitely help you throughout this process. So I know one of my sisters that put her number out there earlier. Please give them your number one more time for those who are listening.
Okay, my office number is 504-367-5706, or my cell number is 504-812-6377.
And she does help people all across the United States, so you don't necessarily have to be here in the city of New Orleans to be able to receive her services. She can talk to you over the phone. She can do consults over the phone, and she does other things as well. So this is a very great investment piece right here in this young lady. She has 40 years of experience, and I'm not even 40 yet, y'all. So I'm saying, like, she's been working before I've been born, before I was even a thought, So we just want to we thank you for doing what you do.
Yes.
We appreciate you thank you for being our friend. And we give you kudos, and we want to make sure that you are out here. Oh, you got to do your bounce dance now. Thank you for being a friend. Go, Miss Lee. Yeah, there you go. Show the people. How you get down in New Orleans. Go ahead. And you go, checka. There you go. Checka. Get it. Bounce it. I'm just telling you. That's what we do over here on The Move, y'all. We just want to say thank you for being a friend to us. For those of you guys who are listening, thank you for tuning in with us on this beautiful day. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to just hit us up email. Right now, you can just do KyndraJoi@gmail.com. That's KyndraJoi@gmail.com if you have any questions about the show. We want to thank Ms. Leisha once again of Eaglin Insurance and Tax Services. We give thanks for you, and we hope that you continue to be light in the community, you guys. So tomorrow, family, we got Mama Denise coming through with Mind, Body, and Spirit Wednesdays. It's about to be on and popping. She's talking about meditation and prayer. So make sure y'all tune in for that, because that's going to be amazing. I'm telling you, we need to learn how to be able to do those things and connect on a whole nother level. So family, until the next time I see you, peace, love, and light, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's always a pleasure, y'all. Love y'all.